Wait, but the Cerato is a mightily good-looking car.
Yeah, with the Maserati lights.
Yeah, man. I think with a bit more bling and a larger proportion, it would have looked better than the Maserati.
Yeah.
But I suspect they have to bling it up a bit lah.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to have some design elements that stands out. You know? But the car itself looks so good, man. I mean, yeah, proportions are alright. The lights, at least they got it right. Big on the outside, small on the inside. Ayo, the Maserati is big on the inside, small on the outside, right? I saw the panel gap. Oh, bad you see, you can see it.
On the Maseratis.
You can put full tube of Colgate in a panel gap and the Colgate will just still slide down. It was so bad, man. They
Drink too much wine.
What? Drink wine? I think they're not even drinking, they're just high for no reason.
Autophiles in a Kia Rio 1.4 full spec hatchback. It's a B segment car.
Okay lah, like a competitor to
Iris, Myvi, Jazz.
Yaris last time lah.
Last time Yaris, but they won't bring that in.
They're not doing it anymore.
Yeah. This enters a very tough space in Malaysia. Strictly speaking, all of these are not very small, but they are a bit bigger than A segment. A segment is like the minimum, like the Picanto and Axia.
The 3-cylinder.
Yeah, basically as bare bones like the i10 and all. You can actually have a family in here.
Yes.
There's enough space. See, like our elbows are not touching. In the Picanto, our elbows are touching. Both of us are 6 foot and our chairs are pushed back. I think you can fit another person in the back.
You can. Leg room is not bad.
Yeah,
actually it's okay. I think I can fit at the back.
Yeah.
It's good size. It's just without the boot.
Yeah.
So a lot of Malaysians, I don't know why they can't see through this lack of boot.
It's not just Malaysians. It's I think third world countries. Your one car must do everything.
Yeah, must do everything.
Generally speaking, in Malaysia, the soonest you can afford a sedan, you better buy it.
Why?
Because cars are kind of necessary.
Okay.
Everybody has to own a car. So whether you would like to or not, you better own one car that does everything. Traditionally speaking, the sedan is the car that does everything. Now it's the crossover. But
okay, yeah, it's true. I was reading an article about how crossover is killing off wagon.
Wagons, yeah. So if you buy a hatchback, then you're stuck with it for 9 years, and then suddenly you have a family member or then you're stuck. Like you can't bring suitcases.
Yeah. So coming back to this car, first impression. What's your first impression?
To me, the Rio always had a bit of a bad taste in my mouth because the old Rio was kind of a joke. Yeah, it was a wagon shape.
It was a wagon shape, right?
A lot of it in gold, right? Yeah.
Gold or green.
Yeah.
Some weird color, and the lights are always yellow.
Yeah, all faded.
Yeah.
So the old Rios.
No. I want to check out the look of this.
Okay.
I want to check out the
one second. The older Rio was...
it was a pile of junk.
When I was picking up my Kias, we did like the Optima. We did
the Optima,
Picanto,
which is surprisingly good, isn't it?
Yeah, Picanto also surprisingly
good. Yeah?
Yeah. This was the last on my list. This was like, never mind, just leave it for after the whole. This new Rio, I didn't know what to think.
You didn't form any preconception?
Yeah.
Okay.
The only thing that I got was, my boss said, before you think about buying the Picanto, go and test out the Rio first.
Okay.
So your first impression?
I have no first impression, to be honest. Rio, like I said, I agree. Which in the past, the only thing I think about is what turquoise color. It's just cheap. I think people buy it because it's cheap. Yeah. So I don't really have a modern conception of a Rio, of what it ought to be.
That's a Rio. That's an old Rio.
Oh, that's an old. Hey, when I see this car on the road, it's not bad.
This is a previous gen Rio.
It looks alright. That's good stance, huh?
Yeah. Aggressive.
Oh, like a bulldog.
Like a bullfrog.
Like a bullfrog.
But I think this looks so much better.
Yeah, because the back is too lumpy.
Yeah.
When I first saw the car, it looks mighty modern when you first stop the car. I don't think it's a look that many Malaysians would like because it's not aggressive.
And it doesn't stand out.
It doesn't stand out. I suppose it's not meant to. It was never meant.
It is a Rio. I mean, even if you don't know what it is, it's not meant to be known.
Ouch. If I'm a designer behind the team, I'll be a bit sad, right? So first impression wise, I think it looks handsome.
Yeah.
Then they were targeting the European market. Well, that's about it. A bit small, I feel. From the outside, it looks a bit small, but from the inside, it doesn't feel so small.
Performance?
The driving characteristics, it's very neutral, I feel.
Yeah.
Almost like a Volkswagen. Yeah.
The NVH quality is actually really good.
Huh? It's very good, huh?
For B segment. Like the Irish, remember we were shouting.
Oh yeah, it was quite bad actually.
And this has a sunroof and it's still not super loud.
I have to praise its suspension setup. It is good if you're driving around in KL. But the problem is if you're in rough roads, it may not be so good. If you're driving on roads with a lot of bumps, then it may be a bit more intrusive.
Yeah, even driving to USJ just now, there's some areas near the factories where there's really a lot of turbulence, and you can feel it through the steering.
Oh,
you can feel it like it's coming.
It's called feedback.
It's called feedback, yeah.
I suppose if you're used to very old school Toyota, Nissan, old school handling, you might not like this one.
But if you're used to going highways a lot, it's actually quite nice.
It feels almost like a Volkswagen.
This engine is a 1.4 litre with about 100 horsepower.
Oh, that's
and
all.
not much more torque.
Hey, 100 horsepower is like what, Vios from 10 years ago?
It is not a strong engine.
But
and
is it torquey?
No, it's not.
It's not torquey.
It's sufficiently torquey for a city car.
Okay.
I tell you just like I was late to my meeting just now.
Okay.
And I was just gunning it.
The weakness shows up.
Yeah, the chassis is actually very capable of a lot more. But this 4-speed gearbox and the 100 horsepower
It's not
motor,
delivering, huh?
You know, like I feel like I can do this. I can overtake all these cars.
But it's not happening.
And get on time, but it's not happening. You know?
I feel the strain of the engine a little bit when you step on it. Maybe in a more developed country you may get a more powerful engine. It would be nice, but at the moment it's a very mediocre engine. The gearbox is not stretchy like a lot of CVT, so it's not a CVT. So I think in that sense it's okay, but I've been driving around town only, so I didn't take it to the highway, so I don't know how it performs on the highway. I am pretty sure the suspension setup is competent to handle highway speed. I feel that the car is stable still at least to 140.
It can, I think, in theory, hit 160, 170. But you're going really downhill. There's a backdraft. There's a priest at the back praying for you. So, yeah, for a city car, it's okay.
Yeah,
it's actually not bad.
I suppose it's a very competent setup. It's just that the heart is not pumping as fast as I wish it can be lah.
Yeah.
But then again, how is the fuel consumption?
I was averaging about 7 liters per 100 kilometers.
Oh, that's very good.
That's actually
Very good.
When I pushed it, it went up to 10, 11, but of course I was pushing it. And I think 4-speed auto, at first I had some reservation.
Okay.
But just like in the Picanto, the tuning is good. They shift a lot of the responsibility into the engine.
I agree with you. The gearbox is not outstanding, and it's a good thing because it's a very traditional gearbox. But by shifting the burden to the engine, I feel that and then the engine not capable of delivering what you want, that highlights the weakness of the engine.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, very competent. I give it performance a 3 out of 5.
Yeah, the chassis and the suspension, very solid. NVH, very solid. Just the engine could have been a slightly bigger, more powerful unit.
Yeah.
Or alternatively, if
Slap on a turbo.
or if really cannot, I know there's no business case.
Yeah.
5-speed manual.
Oh,
At least you deliver the fun back in.
Oh yeah.
in-
Yeah, because this chassis is almost capable of being a bit fun, isn't it?
I mean, I really think about it, there is some potential in this.
Yeah.
For a nice little hot hatch kind of.
Yeah, it's true.
That would have tipped me over the edge. I would be like, trade in both my stupid cars for this straight away.
Both your car.
Design.
Ubiquitous, but handsome.
Yes. But the first time I looked at it from the rear, I was like, whoa, damn. I was not expecting that.
It looks very handsome, isn't
Yeah.
it? Very appointed.
And then the front has this little, the tiger nose is covered up.
Yeah.
And it's just got small slits.
Yes, correct. It has a black piano plastic. Nice touch lah.
And interior, so I look at it like, not bad actually.
Actually, if I can say this, class leading.
Yeah.
It's not expensive
It is
material.
all plastic. The way they put it together, they sculpted it.
It doesn't
so
feel cheap.
Yeah. It's so tasteful.
Yeah.
It's just like the Picanto, really
Yeah.
well done. The only complaint I have is the display is a bit small.
A bit small, yeah. You gotta take a picture of this. It's a
Yeah.
bit awkward, to be honest.
Yeah, it's very awkward. If the screen was a little bit bigger,
It would have been great.
but I like this fonts,
Yeah.
how smooth the animations are. It's like enough lah. I don't need more actually.
Screen bigger, it would have been perfect.
Yeah, just put the wiper up or down. Up. It comes out there.
Oh, wow.
So nice, such a small touch.
Feels so expensive.
You don't get this in cheap cars.
Nope, you're not supposed to.
Yeah, nobody expects it.
But it doesn't feel like a cheap car, that's the whole point. No part of this car feels cheap, other than maybe the engine.
Yeah, the engine is the only thing that makes it cheap.
Other than that, you look at this dashboard, you gotta take a picture of it. And it's so
the
much
sunroof in a B segment car.
Yeah, man.
And the steering wheel, I love the steering wheel.
Oh yeah, Kia steering wheel is it's good, man. It's this modern one.
So the fonts, everything, there's consistency everywhere. Design language is top notch.
It's spot on lah. It's right there lah.
Yeah.
It's. I would say it's basically Japanese level already. In fact, in certain areas they have exceeded what the Japanese.
They've taken
doing.
European design, Japanese sensibility of material choice and all that.
I think they have. I give it a 4.
Yeah.
4 out of 5. Maybe if they give a bigger screen, we would have given a 4.5. Yeah. Okay. Wow, the car is scoring quite well, isn't it? Value. Okay.
B segment, none of them have sunroofs.
This is CBU.
This is, I think, CKD.
CKD.
Yeah.
I guess it's 85,000 ringgit.
It's 79.
Holy! How much is my 60 plus?
55.
Oh, big difference.
Big difference, yeah. That's the thing. It's really good price. We have to agree.
Yeah, it is. But you have a competitor that will slam you in the face, man.
Yeah. We have City.
Yeah.
Full spec City, it's difficult to argue. Like, you buy a full spec City, you know you're paying a lot. But you're not going to lose a lot.
Yeah.
This one, you buy 80,000.
You may.
You may lose. Korean cars tend to lose a lot more
than Japanese. I've never owned a Korean car, but I've heard that in the past, parts are expensive.
Yeah, it
Is
can
it
be.
still?
It's hard to say.
Comment in the bottom.
Yeah.
How's your ownership in Korean car?
If you have a Korean car from last 5 years,
Yeah.
let us know how it's doing.
Yeah.
What your resale value is, what your maintenance cost is.
How's your ownership
How your-
experience?
yeah.
The poorer residual value of Korean car, is it grounded in facts or is it just a matter of perception?
Value, to me, honestly,
I think they did as best they could.
how did Picanto get 50,000? Because to me, the Picanto makes a lot of sense. 50,000, you get the big Apple CarPlay, everything, 6 airbags. Where did that?
What did that
20,000?
30,000, almost 30,000 went?
To me, there's not a 30,000 gap between the Picanto and this. To me, it's
Oh.
more of a 15,000, 20,000 gap.
Yeah, you're right. In terms of feel.
Yeah, because it's the same gearbox, very similar kind of engine, a bit heavier, so the power goes.
How they manage a Picanto to that level? but
Picanto
yet-
is like Picanto value is 4.5, 4.5. This one value is barely touching 3 for me because of the competition.
the fact that there are so many choices that are so much cheaper.
You may be a really powerful organism inside the environment, but if your environment is very competitive, you'll still die.
3.5 out of 5.
For me, 3.
3.
The price, if it was touching 70, I'll be like, buy this car straight away.
Yeah, man. If you're selling at 70, damn it, this is so good.
Yeah. Batteries are okay. So Picanto, I'll give it a 3.5. Out of
Picanto, Rio.
Hey, sorry, Rio, I'll give it a 3.5 out of 5. Panic.
I would give this car a 3.5 out of 5 lah.
Yeah.
It's a very good,
decent,
very competent.
competent car. It's just this segment is way too competitive.
So if you don't want a Perodua, you should look at this car.
Yeah, I mean it's a nice jump up, you know. Sunroof.
It is, sunroof.
Who else gives you a
And it
sunroof?
looks good, yeah? It looks handsome. City looks Japanese. And you disappear on the road.
Yeah.
Kia Rio, good looking car, good effort. It's just not cheap enough to tempt me.
Okay.
Autophiles, please like and subscribe. Blindfold me and I swear this feels like a low powered Polo. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like a low powered Polo with
Yeah, like a
rougher-
Polo 1.6. Sorry, Volkswagen.
Whoa. Oh, somebody's angry. That was proper anger.